Hello, this is Tuesday. Hello, my kittens. Hopefully, you are doing well. So, what do we have today? We have Nine of Crystals, we have Mother of Swords, and we have the Hermit. So let's start with this one. As you can see, it's kind of like mesmerizing. Imagine walking down in the garden and finding this quote unquote loot. I would just kind of like call it, right? So after kind of like first inspecting it, right? We are going to realize, look at, there's like some kind of like innocence, there's like a white that is being stressed in the card, but there's also that luxury and financial security, right? And that success and this kind of like abundance that just has been kind of like obtained. It's basically almost like saying it's time to reap what you have sown, and you're going to basically enjoy the proverbial fruits of your labor, right? So it's really telling me that there is like some kind of like attainment of something that you have worked really, really hard for, right? Maybe you kind of like wanted to have some kind of balance, or you wanted to express your love for the beauty, but this is now in harmony with the nature, and the nature feels that this is vibrating right and the right spot, so you are basically the one being noticed, right? So this like pure white owl, is it like snow owl, pardon me, I'm not pronouncing this properly. Everybody laughs when I say owl. For God's sake, it's O in it, so not A, but it's owl, okay? It's kind of like symbolizing that aspect of the higher self that sees through everything, even in the darkness. It's the cats and owls that can see really well, right? And this is like something with a focus, right? And it's really looking at this treasure chest, right? So there is like something here that is a garden of pleasure, and maybe the whole day can be named and called this way, right? So this also could be a time to slow. First it's going to speed up and then slow down, and it's going to look like that you are really focused on this attainment, and you're really focused on something that's coming to you when it's coming to you, and it's really palatable over here. Mother of Swords is making the right decision. Mother of Swords kicks in, and it's the proverbial Queen of Swords, if you wish, right? So when she's upright, she's very honest, she's very dedicated, she's doing the right thing. Sometimes this right thing, it's hard to do, not for her, but like it's for her, for others to see, because sometimes it could involve a little bit of suffering if you kind of like wish to put it that way, but nonetheless the decision is going to be really right. So maybe she's saying, for example, are you going to take everything for yourself, or you need to share it with somebody, for example, the owner of the garden, of try to find the rightful owner, right? That's kind of like what she's preoccupied with. Why? Because Queen of Swords is somebody from all the figures in tarot who suffer the most. And when you suffer, you become very empathic, but you also become full of scars, and those scars are no longer wounds, but they're there. They're reminding her of things that she has suffered. So she actually has lots of answers, given that she has experienced them on her own skin, right? And hence, look at that. It's like another owl that is really talking about it. And almost like this owl is looking at this one over here. So it's kind of like doubling the message that we are really seeing here. So it is like some kind of like wiseness. So it's kind of like really wise to be careful with some kind of like newfound thing. So for example, if you've got a promotion, then I would say acknowledge everybody who maybe was even your rival, because they have contributed to basically you looking better and getting it. And that kind of graciousness, because this is all about graciousness, this is all about understanding people's suffering over here. So the worst case scenario is like you win money and you rub it into somebody's face that you have it and they don't have it, right? So that will be almost like, don't freaking do it, right? Because that would cost you. Whether or not she's up or down, she's going to make sure that things are kind of like done nicely and gently. And the Hermit talks about the internal processing. So we are going to eternalize things. And Hermit is also about higher goals, spirituality. So this is like very physical. You're giving promotion, you're giving money. It's a kind of like all working well. But this is kind of like sentence shown as a yogi who meditates, as somebody who is kind of like not very involved with anything outside. Everything has to process inside. So for me, all of these are really good signs because they're nines. They're both nines, and this is like subset corollary of this one, which means everything is like under that umbrella. And the Hermit generally talks about looking for the solution, looking for the right solution. So you need to ask yourself, what is your higher self guiding you toward? How do you move forward? Because you have been given something. When you get nines and the nines are in a positive kind of constellation like this, that means you have done well. You have gone through 8 cycles and you have passed all of them. So now it's like ta-da moment, right? So enjoy it. But like, I mean, based on this, how you celebrate it, the next cycle is going to commence. So it's still important for you to kind of like be very modest and be very attentive to everybody else who was the part of the process. So this is enough for today, and I wish you a beautiful day. Bonne journée, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you, my kittens.